I became interested in collecting cars when I was quite young. I had two brothers, younger, and we all liked cars, and we could identify cars at church when they started up, whether they were Plymouth, Ford, or Chevy, or whatever. And so we lived in the country, and when we were quite young, we could drive tractors and cars, and so it was just kind of a infection that set into a disease, you know. My youngest brother and I had 40 Fords. One time we had 9 40 Fords, and when those guys went to med school, they left me with these cars, and I've continued to collect them. Well, I think if after you've been collecting a while, you decide what lines you like. There's two kinds of cars. There's rare cars and there's desirable cars, and you want those two to be together. So I kind of set my sights on what I'd like to have, and you know, I don't deal with the auction so much as you always buy a car that's not for sale, because that way you get what you're interested in. And we have about 22 cars currently, and my favorite year is 1932. We went through a depression, and they were doing everything they could to sell 1932 cars. For example, and I'm a Packard enthusiast, so they have dual tail lights, they had the horns mounted outside, they had the engine mounted in rubber. There were so many innovations in 32 because they were having a tough time selling the cars. And as a result, the public won because they got a lot better car, a lot nicer car, a lot more modern car than what was previously in 29, 30, 31. I have very few cars that I bought restored. I've restored almost all of them. And I can't tell you how many hours because I don't keep track of it. But it's kind of like farming, you're never done. You're constantly working on a car. And I make lists. You drive them on a tour, or you drive them to show them, and then you make a list of what you need to work on before you go to the next show. And it's an ongoing, never-ending process. I hate to sell a car. I'm a better buyer than a seller, but you have to do it sometimes. You can only accommodate so many of them, and there's only so many hours in a day. I mean, I don't have anybody working in here keeping them going. It's a full-time job for me, but you have to do it sometimes, and it is tough to pick and choose which one you're going to sell, which one you're going to keep, or which one you're going to buy. I get the satisfaction out of bringing the car back to what it was originally, and locating and chasing the parts, and it's a network of people that have similar interests. So you can't do this all by yourself. It has to be a kind of and it's really a small family, but yet you got to deal with a lot of different people that have your similar interests. So I enjoy that part, and I enjoy driving them, and I enjoy the people. We have wonderful friends that we've met as we caravan and tour and so forth. It's neat to follow the history and the evolution of the cars, what changes that were made from, like the biggest change to me is from 29 to 49. I mean, that is just unbelievable changes in cars. And you know, when you show a car, someone sees it, maybe it's a 31 or 32, or maybe it's a 39. It brings back memories to them because they remember that. I'm talking about the older people. And I think that's what it's all about. And I enjoy reading the history and the formation of the companies and their formation of their demise, you know. But all that's part of history. And I majored in history in college, so maybe I have a little bit of a leg up on that.